Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in for some more Terra Invicta. Once again, kind of picking up where we left off last time, although I actually have progressed quite a bit. It's kind of relative in this game as the years progress very slowly. So we're only a couple of years beyond where I finished the last stream. And we have done the North American Unification project is now over. So Canada is in the fold. And the other thing that I've done is I went and I took over Denmark, and then I made Greenland independent and then merged it with the North American project. So I've discovered a few other things, terrestrially speaking, that I'm going to be doing at some point, but right now I'm trying to concentrate on drive technology and getting better ships, as the aliens have now officially arrived, and one of the factions has announced their support for them and the fact that they're going to start attacking people that are in space. So we're actually at war with, if you look here, we're at war with the Protectorate. And so is Project Exodus. And that's because they've said no leaving the bounds of Earth, which we have both already done significant amounts of colonizing. So a few things that I've done since the last time. I've got many more colonies up and running now for mining bases, both on Mercury, Mars, and out in the asteroid belt. So you can see my income is fairly significant. The thing about this is it's actually not as significant as you would think, because I have also built my first fleet, or ship, and the resources that it took to build that single ship were kind of astounding. It took a lot of water. It took 1.5K in water to get this ship built. So it does take fairly significant resources to get your fleet up and running. The other thing I did was I started expanding my space stations. So this space station here, the Avalak, is a shipbuilding station, and then I've started expanding my original station for science labs and xenology labs and other things to get some studying going. So that's kind of catching up to where we left off. There's obviously been a whole bunch of other stuff that we've done over the course of that period. Those are actually defended, and these are mining outposts that are being finished. So yeah, the big announcement here is that there's a few alien fleets now deployed in low Earth orbit, and we are also at war with the Protectorate, who I don't know if they have any. Doesn't look like they have any stations, and I don't think that they can because of their agreement with the aliens, which is kind of interesting, I guess. The other interesting thing that I discovered, and because I didn't really understand shipbuilding and how to manage my ships and go into combat, so I've done some testing with that, and one thing I did find was we go back to the main menu. I hate to do this on stream because it takes a while for it to load and unload. They've got this skirmish mode, and one thing that you can do, if I can find it, is there's an option. That's not what I wanted to do. What am I missing here? I thought that there was an option to import my ships that I've actually created, and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see the option here anymore. Ah, here we go. Sorry, took me a second. So you can do import from save, and then pick the save that you want to use wherever you've got your ships built. And now you can see the ships that I've actually created show up here, so you can kind of play and test the ships that you've designed against the alien ships that you might be fighting. That way you don't actually have to take them into combat and lose them. Because combat, I have discovered, is extremely... hard's probably not the right word, but intensive, I guess, is probably... So let's take... I think what they've got is a destroyer that had like 64-ish combat. But let's say I just want to test it against any given alien ship. You can load this up, and then you can go into combat and test how your ship performs against the alien ship that you're going to fight. And the combat system is difficult to learn at first. So you can see, like here, this is my ship. This is the alien ship off in the distance here. And these are your trajectory points that you have. So depending on what kind of engine class that you have in your ship, the earlier game ship you have, the less control you're going to have over this. You can control, when it gets to the waypoint, which direction it's going to go. I think you can control elevation as well. When you hit Q, you can change its elevation up and down. If you hit E, you can tell that my engine doesn't like whatever E is. I can't remember which direction it is. Same with Z and C. They just allow you to change different aspects of which way you're flying. But if your engine isn't capable of making that particular maneuver, then you're not going to be able to adjust. A couple other things I've learned is that for low Earth orbit combat, so if you're doing all stuff around Earth, Mars, or Mercury as far as orbital defense goes, if you want super maneuverable ships with high thrust, you're almost better off going just with simple chemical engine rockets as opposed to later game fusion rockets, because you can get them deployed a little bit earlier. So anyway, we can't actually adjust on that first waypoint. And the reason that you'd want to adjust your trajectory, and by the way, your thrust is always going to keep you moving forward. What this does is it's going to move your nose and change the trajectory of the ship. Like so. So if I want the ship to go up, and I would do that. And you're doing this to try to maneuver out of enemy fire, and when it gets to that waypoint, it will attempt to adjust to whichever direction you've told it to go. Now, Newtonian physics do take effect here, so if you're moving forward at a specific speed and you want to change direction, it's going to take some time for it to do that. So I'm just going to play around with this a little bit. And you can see I don't have a ton of maneuverability because this is a very early game ship. So while I am dragging it off to the left and the right just a little bit, it does not give me a whole lot of control over exactly how far offline I'm going to go. I don't know what the red and the yellows mean yet. Still learning all of that stuff. Hey Anon, how are you? So you can kind of get an idea for exactly how maneuverable a ship is based on your engine class. Now, all of these controls, I'm not going to get into all of this right now, because essentially in the early game, you're probably just going to put your control on, let the AI take control and let it go. But you have a lot of options here for things that you can do, and you've got to keep an eye on how much heat you're giving off, how much battery you're using at any given time, and how much available delta V, which that's your maneuverability that you have in combat. And the more ships that you bring into any specific combat, so say if you got 10 ships in here and you want to manually control them all, it's going to be really, really intensive to try and do that. So I'm just going to throw it on AI and let's let it go, and we can just kind of watch what happens. So, and I think you can hear over here, their range is significantly higher than mine. And we do have Earth as a background. So that's the alien ship. And you can see he's firing missiles at me. They're either missiles or torpedoes, I'm not really sure which. And then we can fly back over to my ship, and we can watch and wait and see if my weapons will ever deploy. And this will give you an idea of how your ship is going to perform against an alien ship. And there go some of my missiles. And of course, depending on the ship type and the bays that you have and things like that, you may want to do maneuvers where it flips your ship around, like this is happening right here with the AI, so that you can do broadsides. All kinds of interesting, very detailed stuff. I'm going to speed this up. Let's follow some of our missiles in. See if they make contact or not. So that's his countermeasures that I think you're hearing fire right there. And those countermeasures will blow our missiles right out of the sky. So there's no guarantee that these missiles even make contact. Yeah, that's the missile trajectory. That's his ship trajectory. Oh, some missiles might get through. One made contact. There's another one that made contact. Uh-oh, I've lost my perspective. There it is. And then alright, now my point fire guns are firing off. You can see the distance from target. And of course you can see what's happening with the meters here. The AI is managing it, but you can tell they're doing a pretty good job of making sure that the battery levels are okay. And here comes his battery to destroy us. And of course, as you take damage, you'll see that indicated by things that are going red here. And that's combat. I don't know if there's a way for me to see how much damage I did to him. We did some damage to him, but obviously not nearly enough. Anyway, that's skirmish mode. So if you ever want to check out how your ships are going to perform against the aliens, you can use skirmish mode, import your ship designs, and then test them out in real combat. And then, like I said, ship design itself is really actually extremely important, especially when you're going up against the aliens early game. The only advantage that you're going to have over them is chemical rockets are so much more maneuverable than the fusion drives that they bring. So if you really want to get into, you know, detailed combat and be able to fight against the aliens early game, you can probably do it with some chemical rocket corvettes that can outmaneuver their missiles or their weapons and still be able to get through and do some damage on them. But I haven't had enough time to test that yet. But one more example of exactly how detailed this game is in pretty much every aspect. So you can just give it over to the AI if you want to and have them resolve the combat for you if you feel like you've built your fleet's good enough. But much like Total War, if you want to fight the battles yourselves because you feel like you can outmaneuver and kind of trick the AI and you'll perform better, you can do that as well. So my current goal as far as shipbuilding is concerned, and I'm not sure it's there. Yes, I'm trying to get to advanced pulsar drives because they're about as efficient and maneuverable, so their thrust is about as good as chemical rockets. But it's going to take a while to get to advanced pulsars. So we'll see if I actually have to build another ship before we get there or not. And then, of course, I've got the Great North American Project going on now as well, which...
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Which, as you can see, allows us to incorporate Mexico, Cuba, most of Central America. I think it's all of Central America, and then I think a few of the islands out in the Caribbean as well. But that's going to take a while, and I'm not dedicating any science to it at the moment. I really want to get through pulsars. The other thing I'm doing is investing in quantum computing for global so that I can control the tech tree. Because once we get through quantum computing, then we also need to get to quantum encryption. And once we get quantum encryption done, we can then do covert operations, which unlocks this 6th counselor.
Order is returning.
And just for visibility, so you can see we were the first ones to get to Mercury, and I've built a hab down here. So I've got tier 2 settlement cores now, and I've got tier 2 mining cores as well. So I'm getting really good resources off of Mercury at the moment. I'm not expanding these too quickly. I haven't really found a reason, since these are just for mining right now. Because as you start to develop, your mission control gets eaten up really quickly.
Target destroyed.
This was another thing that I was testing out. Because we're now at war with the Protectorate and they control part of China, I wanted to see what would happen if we deployed our army group on top of theirs, but we're at war with the faction, but we're not at war with the country they control, so it didn't do anything. Another thing that I have found extremely helpful, that would have been nice to know early on, is the Steel Project mission is unbelievably powerful. It saves you from having to research a lot of stuff. It's kind of like in Civ, where you used to be able to steal technologies from other civilizations. It's pretty much the same concept. If you can find an uncovered agent of a differing faction and execute the Steel Project, which is this one here, you just steal that technology and then you don't have to research it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Anon. What I've been doing to increase my mission controls, because I've got so much cash coming in right now, is I just go to priorities and do direct investment to mission control. Like once every, I don't know, 6 months or so, I'll just throw like 5-6 grand in there. And then you can see we're at 6 right now. That bumps me up to 12. So if you've got the cash for it, it's an easy way to increase your mission control. So I could see why that would work if you were in a place that was smaller, because I'm curious now. When you look at mission control for the US, it's 12 of 25. So in your example, what's Israel's? Oh, they don't have any. Let's see if I can find a different example. Denmark. It's still 25, so I guess it doesn't matter to scale unless your GDP is really that much higher. All right, what do we want to do here? I think I'm pretty much done. I'm keeping a kind of a short eye on whatever comes up in the org marketplace, but I've maxed everybody out as far as orgs go, so now I'm just kind of looking in here to see if anything super juicy turns up that is better than what we own right now. Like this Tyros Aviation would be good. 1.75 boost, +1 mission control. Yeah, it might be good to release something here and throw that in instead. Yeah, the closer you are to the equator, the higher your... I think it's the higher your boost is. I don't know if it's the higher your mission control is. Which orgs does this guy have? I could get rid of Kronos, but that would only free up... Actually, that would free up enough for him to pick that up. And now we need to sell off one of our unused resources here. What org did I get that provided my second project slot? There are a bunch of them that do that. So if you look, any org that has the engineering symbol, so yeah, it says +1 engineering. Any org that has that will unlock this. And I still need to unlock this one. Build a module at one of your halves that grants an engineering project to unlock. Okay, so I actually need to build a halve that grants an engineering unlock, and I don't know that I have any of those available, but let's check real quick. I don't think any of these have engineering unlocks in them. No. Space dock, no. Yeah, I don't have any of the unlocks for that yet. That's probably like a tier 3 lab or something. We just opened up Cuba. Let's go defend our interests there.
Standing by. Securing our interests.
What's the op?
Those were both Cuba. I'm gonna have her see if she can go find an operative somewhere.
We'll see what they're up to.
Ready to go.
Goodness, excuse me. I think we're doing decent on public opinion. I'm still not out of the habit of trying to click on candidate.
I will try to sway the public.
Where do you need me?
Where do I need you?
Initiating surveillance. At your service.
So since we went to war with the Protectorate, I've been trying to find their counselors and assassinate them. I had them down to 4. I did assassinate one a few turns ago, but I don't know. We'll see if that's a good strategy or not.
We must persuade the people.
Yeah, we're getting there. This is the one I'm really concerned about. I want to get to quantum encryption quickly so I can unlock that 6th counselor. I have not put labs anywhere but low Earth orbit. That's not true. I put a xenealogy lab on Mercury because I just felt like it.
Mission aborted. Person of interest surveilled. Prepping for next mission.
Hey, there's another syndicate, so we can assassinate her next turn.
The people will come to our site.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Nice. Outpost has completed. Keep that income going for these resources, because holy cow, do you need a lot of them. Yeah, so if you look at the liquid rocket tanks, quantum batteries, it's kind of interesting when you look at the number of Gs that you get out of propellant tanks. It's insane how many Gs they provide. And of course, there's also options for the game just to build the ships for you based on presets. Who's my best assassin? I always forget this. Espionage is Valerie, I think. Nope, it's Heiyu. Hui.
I have them in my sights.
Acknowledged.
I'm actually gonna have
At your
you
service.
go do that.
Headed there now.
Ready for orders.
And how is our stability everywhere?
Restoring order.
Your orders? Offering assistance.
Your orders?
She's still not good at alien assault. She would have actually been better for this, so I'm actually going to have her do it. It'll cost a little more,
Taking them
but then
down.
I can free her
Where
up
to?
to continue doing alien assaults. I'm letting them get out of hand in Africa.
Heading to the LZ.
And I just want to check this real quick since we completed the unification to make sure that there isn't anything else new there. I think, yep, we completed another mission control. Good.
Offering counsel.
So this will be done in September. Wonder what this unlocks.
Missed the target.
Dang it. Yeah, they definitely take this
One
as
grabs a
a
weapon, another offers a hand to negotiate.
counselor
A third
first
falls
approach.
prostrate, and the fourth runs. Only one of those chose the right, best response. What we're trying to understand.
Am I the one who invested in it? Oh, you know why I picked this? I was thinking that the other one would be ready to go first. I guess we could do mission to Saturn. Fuel cell 2 might be good. Electrothermal propulsion. Let's go with electrothermal propulsion and see if I can get it some better engines up and running. Which honestly, I didn't even care about this one. This is the one I cared about finishing because I want to make sure I'm the one who picks, whatchamacallit, quantum encryption.
Things are cooling off.
Yeah, I actually just got that too. So the first one that showed up, which is why we're at war with them now, was the Protectorate and what their objectives
Good
are.
guys.
But they're the only ones whose
Recon
objective we've
complete.
discovered so far. All right, pulsar drives are done. Now we can unlock advanced pulsar drives at some point, but not yet. I kind of want to unlock a torpedo just to see if they're any better than missiles. I'm guessing it's range. Targeting range 1,000 kilometers. Missiles. Oh no, it's not. So what's the difference between a torpedo and a missile? 6 to a magazine. Oh, it's the damage. 2,100 megajoules is pretty impressive. There's fewer to a magazine, but it might be nice to at least have that ability. Oh yeah, so I got that one. Boy, that was a long time ago. That I didn't interrogate the alien. I assassinated the alien and brought it back to my base to analyze the biology. So that's part of your campaign objectives, which is how I got to research Hydra. So once we brought them back and we did research on them, now we got the second part, which is research. A little bit more detail about how their bodily functions work. All right, what are my goals here? We don't even have Assassinate available now. They must have gone to ground.
Tracking target.
Ready for my mission. We'll restore peace to this nation.
At your service. Offering support.
Standing by. Initiating surveillance.
Where to?
Why were you over there in the first place? Oh, you were investigating alien activity, that's why.
Making our case.
Anything new in here? Boy, Lawrence Livermore would be nice, but it's a little expensive and I probably don't have anything that I could replace it with.
Lending my expertise.
Let's take a quick look at available prospecting, because I don't think our water income is high enough at the moment. Is there anything out there with decent water? I really wish I had made it to series before anybody else. What about noble metals? Also not great anywhere. And we've already got 2 of the highest for missiles. Did my probe get to Europa already? I sent probes out to all of Jupiter's moons. It did. No, it didn't. Survey completion by 2031. I sent them to Ganymede, Callisto, Europa, Io, so all of the moons are currently being explored. Probes haven't gotten there yet.
Surveillance complete. Cleaning things up.
Yeah, don't really care about her.
We've got some intel on our target. Wrapping up here.
We aren't exactly friendly with them, but no need to assassinate them. The one I really just want to get rid of as often as I can is the Protectorate. I also need to figure out how to free up these control points, because no matter how high I've made my stats so far, they stay at 0%.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Things are stabilizing.
We did also off-stream have a war, so I took Taiwan back and made it part of mainland China. And I also had a war to liberate Cuba and take it over. When this uncovers, I don't think I'm going to defend it. The only reason I took it in the first place was so that I could get Greenland from them. Interesting. We can have a federation with the EU. Oh, that's because I have Denmark. That's the only reason that... No, this is the US. Weird. It does say we can federate with the United States of North America. I wonder when that becomes available. I'm gonna send somebody over to set national policy and see if I can federate with them. Sorry, had to get rid of the bot. What came uncovered? Denmark did. Well, let's try this.
Ready for orders.
I'm gonna send him over to defend our... Oh wait, we have a hostile takeover available. I'm gonna send him to do that.
Targeting their assets.
Your orders?
I'll send you
What's the op?
to set national policy there and see if Federation is available with the
Heading to the
US.
capital.
Reporting in.
You are going to defend our interests in Denmark.
Making things safe for our people. Ready for orders.
Something finished. Another outpost mining complex completed. Good.
Gear up. Yoders?
yes, there is an end game where you can unify the entire globe. So the ones that I've gotten to now that are interesting to me are the Greater North America. So that's exactly what you would expect. It's Canada, the US, Mexico, all of Central America. But there's another one that's kind of interesting, and that is if I go to change project, the Pan-Asian Combine. So China, Mongolia, Japan, Cambodia, Vietnam, Korea, both north and south, Siberia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and which one am I missing? Himalayan states. So that would be a lot of territory and a lot of GDP. I forgot what I was doing with you. How are we doing on public opinion? The servants are ahead of us. I wonder if we've started losing public opinion in China. Yeah, we have a little bit.
I will tell our story. I will try to sway the public.
How are we doing on research here?
Protecting our interests.
Still another month and a half on quantum computing.
Asset acquired.
Anything good? We're probably just going to end up having to sell it right away. We're out of sex change company. Kind of a silly mission to do since all we could do was sell it, but keeps it out of the hands of our rivals. I guess that's good. Right, yeah. No,
We've moved the
I
needle.
get what you're saying. I think it would be... that would have to be a really long-term goal. Of course, this whole game feels very long-term. We're only 10 years in.
Mission complete.
Okay, so we can... we can now join the United States of North America. And I think it goes to what you were just saying, Anon. I can do that because I initially took it, let Greenland come over, and because they have a claim on Greenland, they can now join my federation. So I didn't actually need to perform that, defend interests, because... well, federation. Now the question is, can I unify them? Cooldowns for alliances, federations, and unification. Yep, I can. So on June 31st of next year, we can unify Denmark into the United States of North America. Now, I would be curious because Denmark definitely has a claim in the EU. If we could use Denmark once we've federated to federate the rest of the EU, that could be interesting. How are we doing? We're ready to build another ship. We definitely have the resources for it. The question is, do I want to before I get some of these techs unlocked? And also, do I have advanced? Does not look like it. Bring me to the tech tree. All right, rockets. Pulsar drives. Where is advanced?
Target secured.
Where is advanced pulsar drive? All right, that should be unlocked. Why is it not unlocked? Is it a timing thing? I have the prereq for it. Yeah, it doesn't tell me why. I should be able to build that. Not sure why it's not showing up. Unless there's probably a global tech that has to be unlocked as well. Well, perhaps we should, but I'm not going to. Nothing else has unlocked. Doesn't make sense to perform hostile takeovers at this point. Oh, and your investigation's terrible, so let's keep you here.
We'll make our appeal.
Ready for my mission. I will help them.
Acknowledged.
We don't really have enough control points to take over any nations that I care about right now. Yeah, I don't care about assassinating her either. So let's do public opinion.
I will tell our story.
Acknowledged. We'll restore peace to this nation.
Ready. We're going in.
Offering counsel.
And quantum computing is still 2 cycles away. Our torpedoes are almost done, though. Those will be done this cycle. We've only ever captured one.
Things are
Haven't looked at
cooling
my
off.
habs in a while. Still have 3 constructions underway, so we're not yet at full resource capacity. I'm curious to see what, when these 3 complete, what we're going to be at as far as income goes. All right. What do we want to do next? Water purification techniques is really good, but it's also really expensive. Do any of these labs unlock an engineering module? Just get some of these quick ones out of the way.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Getting back up to 60% in China should be very helpful for global opinion. Yep, now we're back even with them. Something just finished constructing. Supply depot at Mars 1.
The LZ is secure.
So should we ever get there, our ships can use that to refuel. But since we only have 1 ship in our fleet, I really want to assault one of these so that I can finish my salvage alien technology mission, but I know I'm not going to have a strong enough fleet. I wonder if I put together, like, did a Stellaris kind of thing where I just put a whole bunch of corvettes together really cheaply and then threw a destroyer or 2 in with them, if that would be enough to get it done. Did I have a control point in China open up and not notice it? Oh, that could have been a disaster.
Where do you need me? Protecting our interests.
Where do you need me?
And one in Mexico as well.
Ready. Securing our control.
Acknowledged.
Where are the aliens down here? I don't see them. Maybe we destroyed them all.
I will try to sway the public.
Where to? Making our case.
Ready for my mission.
Let's see what her crackdown is over here. Still 0%. What about Purge? Both still 0%. She's not good at stabilize.
I will try to sway the public.
Protecting our interests.
Securing our control.
Sounds like you want to use a space heater to push a spaceship. That can't be terribly strong. So I hope it's bloody cheap. Chairman Soren van Wyk, comments to Cape Chemicals technology team.
I think the reason you use electrothermal propulsion is for commercial purposes, not for military. Space agriculture, huh? All right, these are both going to finish, and then we will get on to quantum encryption. Yeah, they took a lot of ideas from several different games.
The cat is in the box. The cat is alive. The cat is dead. The cat is not in the box. All cats ever born are in the box. The box does not exist. The box is a cat. You are the cat. Superior Judith Howell. The Truth. Delisted social media video.
Quantum
It is only a
encryption is
matter
what
of
we want
time before
next.
this rush for gold turns red. To staunch the flow of blood, other nations will send their own armed envoys. It is in our best interest to be gone before that happens. Director Khalid al-Ashgar overheard private conversation.
Fleet combatants, huh? Alright, once we unlock quantum encryption, we can do covert ops. I wonder how much covert ops costs. You know what I wanted to look at? Why are fission pulse drives? Not that one. Antimatter containment. High energy electromagnetic propulsion. Nope, it's not that one. I don't see the advanced drives. It's got to be here somewhere. I've already forgotten which one I was even looking for. It's pulsar. So I want advanced pulsar drives. And that's going to be under the full tech tree. So which global tech am I missing for this? I'm so confused. It's blue now. Maybe I can research it. Yeah, because it doesn't show me anything under the full tree. I don't see it there, though. Is advanced pulsar drives a global tech? Nope. Advanced fission systems. It's not under there either. I don't get it. I can't figure out why that one
The
doesn't show
people will
up.
come to our side. We've moved the needle.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
I feel like I want to build another ship now, though. I don't think I need to invest as much in this time. I want to concentrate on my projects. Control points are all good. Public opinion is good here. Did it go down over here? Nope, we're good here.
We'll make our appeal.
What's the op? Restoring order.
What's the op? Restoring order.
How is stability
Standing
in
by for orders.
the US? It's not great.
We'll turn down the heat.
I'm here. Offering assistance.
I really wanted to get to advanced pulsar drives before I built another ship, but can't figure out how to do it.
Offering support.
You need the pulsar drive in global tech, but I think we have that already. Now it's not even showing me pulsar drives. Alright, go to full tech. Go to full tree. So you're saying fission pulse drives. Requirement 4. Orion drive, mini-mag Orion drive, antimatter microfission drive, neutronium microfission. It does not say advanced pulsar drive there. And if I go look at advanced pulsar drive, it tells me it's unlocked. And the lines are green everywhere. Yeah, I don't get it. All right, let's take a look at our ship designer and see what kind of ship I can make. That's bad. We don't want that. So what about gunships? Boy, it puts everything in milligis. I don't want that. I want G's. G's are what I want. So what if I design my own? Pulsar drive. Combat acceleration. Now we're getting into G's. That's good. But it still looks to me like the advanced Nerva drive is the better. Nope, that's milligis too. I think it's because Corvettes don't allow power plants. But it is putting pulsar drives in there now. 151 propellant tanks, holy cow. Do you have a fission power plant, solid core fission specifically? I should. Solid core fission reactors. Also doesn't really tell you what each class is designed for. Like, I know what a destroyer is, I know what a frigate is, I know what a corvette is and a gunship. What is a monitor? All right, let's do an auto design here for a space superiority. Yeah, you really gotta add propellant tanks to make this thing efficiently go. A monitor is a battleship with a different weapons loadout.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Definitely need better drive technology before I feel
Order is
confident
returning.
going up against the aliens for that initial mission. Six-inch cannon. I think I'd rather have a second
Order
set
is
of
returning.
missiles there. Copperheads. Copperheads. Torpedo in the front. And then a point cannon for defense. And what does armor do? Makes it more expensive and makes you slower. Because it makes you heavier. Maybe I should start investing in armor.
Violence is abating.
Mexico is now more peaceful than the US. Alright, so our income is decent enough. We're getting good stockpiles going. When are these constructions going to be done? Where's my base? There it is. This will be done March 2031, and I've already forgotten what resources are here. So this is going to be water and volatiles. What about this one? Where are you, base? There you are. And that is going to be... This is the one I want to prioritize because my noble metals are really, really not great. So let's go ahead and we've got enough mission control for this now. Let's add a... I want a solar collector. Where did my... I thought I had an upgraded fission pile, but I guess I don't. Maybe you can't put those on asteroids. That kind of makes sense, actually. And that'll get my noble metal counts up a bit, as well as my fissiles, which I have the least of. Alright, nothing unlocked. I think I want to...
Lending my expertise.
decrease
Ready for orders.
the unrest here.
Restoring order.
Standing by for orders. We'll turn down the heat.
Ready to go. Going in hot.
Ready to go.
%23 chance, huh? Let's see who that is.
Initiating surveillance.
Not her strong suit, but... Oh, you know what else I haven't checked in a while? XP. 49, 49, 35, 43, and 25. Let's add to her espionage. And her investigation. Media darling. Monthly income of influence. We get so much influence and we never use it. Early game, it's so important, and then you just don't need it in the late game. I should actually probably start looking at who has a lot of influence generating orgs and just get rid of those. -4 to espionage, +3 to persuasion. Where government is at least 6. And do we have anything that's only generating influence? Yeah, it looks like it's pretty hybridized. We just generate so much influence now, it just doesn't do anything for us, really. I am never going to burn through 6,000 influence.
I will help them.
Wow, Guatemala, good for you. It's your own launch facility now.
We've got some intel on our target.
I think that's the 3rd time I've run across that guy.
We were unable to increase security.
Order is returning.
Civilian photonic computing. Control point management capacity by 10. I wonder how much that costs. Advanced prospecting surveys. Off-Earth mining output increased by 10%. That will be our next project.
By the numbers.
As a matter of fact, let's do that now. We'll come back to that other one. No one's really investing in quantum encryption either. Mongolia is open. Guess I should have gone that way.
Ready for orders.
Dang it.
Securing our interests.
At your service.
Nah.
We'll make things safe.
Where do you need me? We'll make things safe.
At your service.
How is stability here? It's fine. How about in China?
We'll make things safe.
What's the op? I will tell our story.
How much cash do we have? Tons. Let's... I don't like doing direct investment in China because the Protectorate has points there.
Making things safe for our people.
Marine Assault Unit. Allows the construction of the following ship components, Marine Assault Unit. So we can send landing parties over to take over their ships. Actually going to drop this down to red and this up to blue. Alright, I haven't
Things are
looked
stabilizing.
in a while. Let's take a look at
Things are cooling off.
Negative flight. I just said we'll monitor the honors.
Anything new to put on these?
Flight control. Go. Good. Flight guidance. Go guidance. So
See, I've got a life science, a space science, a xenology, a xenology. I got 17 power left.
At 7 minutes, you're looking great to us, Eagle. Tell Tom how you looking. Okay, look good, flight. Roger. So we may tend to lose as we gradually pitch over. Let me try auto again now. Gonna try the steerable again, Don. Copy, flight. Okay, looks like it's holding. Roger, we got good data. We on steerable, Don? That's a birdie flight, and it's holding in there pretty good. Roger. Okay, everybody, hang tight. 7.5 minutes. Flight guidance, this landing radar is fixed. The velocity's beautiful. Roger. Flight control, descent to fuel. Descent to fuel crit. Descent to fuel only. No critical. He didn't want to say critical. Roger. Descent to fuel. Eagle, Houston, it's descent to fuel to monitor, over. Flight Fido looking real good.
We have plenty of boost at this point. How much power is that using?
You're looking great at 8 minutes.
6.
What's our T go, guys? 30 seconds.
So I can build 2 of those.
You got 30 seconds to P64. Okay, we still got landing radar, guys. Okay.
Before I need to add more power to this.
Okay. Flight Fido, we're Joe. Look real good. Roger, Fido.
Do I want to add anything to my ship yard? It is 7 power. I don't think there's anything we want to put on there right now. I didn't realize I had built both of my stations right next to each other. I'm not sure how I managed to do that.
Things are stabilizing.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Uh-oh. %40 chance that we get a huge public opinion boost. So a 75% chance that we get either a significant or huge. And a 25% chance that it goes completely wrong. Hey, nice. Wow, that really did give us a huge boost. That was like 15%. No control points unlocked this cycle again. You were reading that in the early game, the alien ship tend to be light on point defense, making them vulnerable to mass missile fire. Yeah, I heard the same thing. I haven't been able to prove that out in my testing yet. Then again, I've only built one ship, so... I could probably test that out right now.
We must persuade the people.
Standing by for orders. Taking it to them.
Where do you need me? We'll make things safe.
Acknowledged.
What's he doing over there? Oops, too far.
Making our case.
Where to? We'll restore peace to this nation.
So what I could do, turn that down to 3, is let's test that theory out. I'm gonna build... Oops, I went to the wrong place. Let's design a destroyer with heavy missile capability. Strike, I guess. Interplanetary preferred comic. Nope, that's not what we want. We want attack bomber. Long propellant for and preferred comic. Yes, that's what we want. Solar Streamers Project. Long-range cargo transports use constant thrust to reduce delivery times of HAB modules launched outside of launch windows by 25%. Okay, whatever. All right, let's auto-design that. Take a look at it. All right, so let's get rid of the cannon and replace that with a Copperhead missile. A torpedo and a missile. Let's see how that works out. And I don't think nose weapons can be anything but, yeah, those are only cannons. All right, now, can I increase my cruise delta V at all? More propellant increases delta V. Like, how many can I go? Problem is, it's also decreasing my cruise acceleration, which decreases your maneuverability. And the fact that we aren't in Gs, we're only in milli-Gs, is a little worrying. Alright, well, let's save that. And then let's go out. Which, was that the one I just built? Or was that the one I just built? Alright, so if we go out and we test this, how many of those ships would it take to beat the alien ship? And actually, before I do that, go back to game. Let's take a look at Earth. And I believe it's this one that's the weakest in orbit, the Victor 6, which is a Iron Shards class destroyer. So it's using laser cannons. But yeah, Iron Shards class destroyer, Fluttering Leaf. All right, so let's test this out. Save this. All right, we'll go into skirmish mode. So it's the one that's not the indefatigable. All right, now let's get rid of that. And take these guys out. And we want it to be I've already forgotten which one they said it was. iron something, and I don't see that here. Can I import their ships from a save? Nope, that's my ship. Purple are the alien ones. Alright, well, let's say that's the closest one, right? That's 157 battle strength. Let's add 2 of these and see how 2 of them perform. And then I can just look at how many ships do I need to build to take down one of their ships. That's working pretty well, yeah. So 2 of those worked out really well. It's damaged. They're both... That one didn't take any damage, only that one did. Alright, so 2 of those worked out pretty well. So I think that's your answer. You're right. Missiles do work well. Although that was missiles and torpedoes, not straight missiles. I can't even imagine what you would have to do to get those calculations in the game, Anon. There's so much background calculation already happening. I'm actually kind of interested to see super late game if it just sets everybody's computer on fire with all the background calculations it's going to be doing. That's a good tip, too. Add heat sinks. Yeah, but as detailed as Stellaris is, I don't think it's nearly as detailed as this game is. I think there's a couple of extra aspects to this game that add a lot to the calculations. All right, so let's take a look at that again. Theoretically, there should be a way for me to see the battle capability of this ship. 75. The one I just fought was 154. So in theory, if I take 2 of those battleships that I just created, or 2 of those destroyers that I just created, they should easily be able to take that down. In theory. In theory. So maybe I'll do it. I've got enough resources to build another one. Did I? Is that really undefended? No, it just for some reason popped that up. All right, let's do it. Let's build another ship. It was this guy here. We'll find out in 100 days. Now, the other one that I built is a frigate. So it may end up getting destroyed, but I guess we'll find out. I will absolutely save scum this just to test it because I still don't understand the combat mechanics. So until I get a better hang on of the game, I will save and reload if I have to. So that will be in just over 3 months, so somewhere around March. We'll be able to launch our attack on the alien vessels. I don't much care about the Academy. It's the Protectorate that I'm worried about. Alright, slow this down a little bit, because I also want to look at... What do we got here? Yeah, this is going to be a long time before I get to that one. That's a dreadnought with a battle capability of 661. That's insane. We might be able to think about this one if I have like 3 ships going after it. But until I can build a battleship, I don't think I'm going to have any capability to get near that dreadnought.
We've moved the needle.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The United States of North America
Violence
loves
is
us
abating.
now.
Violence is abating.
My family had this farm in Mississippi. You name it, they grew it. Corn, soybeans, cotton. There was so much to do, day and night.
Hydroponics bay and fuel
It
cell
wasn't
2.
the life I wanted.
Target destroyed.
How long? 2031. We're a full year away from quantum encryption. Lyra Technologies. Three espionage and 4 ops income. Meh. I wouldn't mind getting her to billionaire. $320 XP is a lot, though. Guatemala.
Securing our interests.
Reporting in. Gear up.
I'm here.
I really want to crack the Protectorate in China. I just can't figure out how I'm going to be able to do it. I wish you could direct missions against specific control points, like just destabilize the control point and not the whole country.
We'll make our appeal.
Ready to go.
And I'm just going to put this guy on advise in the US permanently
Offering
until I
assistance.
need him for anything else.
Ready.
Is there any way for me to purge these guys? Crackdown, 0%. 2% chance. I mean, I could just keep burning influence over and over again and get a lucky roll, I guess.
Targeting their key people.
Securing our control.
Offering support.
I think the only reason it's even at 2% is because we got that mission that got our public opinion up to 74%. All right, that's good. That will add up over time. Which heat sinks are better? 525 gigajoules. I don't see any other heat sinks.
We've moved the needle.
It would be so hilarious if I actually got a 2% roll.
We lost their trail.
Wait, what is this? Oh, those are the science labs that I built.
Score one for the good guys.
No, not you. Can you investigate alien
Standing
activity?
by.
Yes, you can.
We'll see what we can find.
I'm here. Turning up the heat.
I'm here. We'll restore peace to this nation.
I'm here.
All right, she got rid of everything in Brazil. Let's have you come back.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Offering counsel.
We're almost ready to build a third ship. I haven't looked in a while.
Violence is abating.
Order is returning.
Target's lost.
There's no real great mining sites. I kind of want to wait until my probes to the moons of Jupiter finish. Which... where the heck is Jupiter? There you are. When do my probes get there? There's a massive alien presence out there already, though. Survey complete July 20, so 7 months.
Yes, what we found.
Once again, you
Reporting in.
are going to go investigate
On the way to the
alien
target
activity.
site.
Standing by for orders.
Oh, we're all the way up to 3% now.
Applying pressure on their people.
Standing by. We'll turn down the heat.
Ready for my mission. We'll turn down the heat.
Public order's pretty good in the US.
Offering support.
Oh, shoot. I just left control points open. Hopefully I don't pay a massive price for that. Any other intel that I'm...
You're kidding, right? I could set a puppy on fire on live TV, right? And it wouldn't change a bloody thing. That's how much they love me. Chairman Soren van Wyk, post-trial...
interesting quote. Oh, there are critical failures. There are definitely critical failures. Before, when I was doing one of the earlier ones, when I was first learning this, I sent somebody in and she died on an assassination mission. She was killed.
Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
Targets got away.
I just don't think that I'm ever going to get a lucky enough roll for that to be successful. If I had, 100 agents at 3%, that would make sense, but wow, Mexico has an army now, huh? Good job, Mexico. Dang it. Ugh, I keep doing it. Yep, you can absolutely lose agents.
Recon complete.
I wonder if it's worth trading with the other factions. I can't think of anything that I need from them. Alright, before I forget,
Reporting in.
now it's the US and Cuba.
Protecting our interests.
Standing by.
Ready. Securing our interests.
Ready to go.
Do I want to assassinate anybody? I don't really have a problem with any of those agents.
Tracking target. Ready to go. We must persuade the people.
Securing our interests.
Making things safe for our people.
I will help them.
February. This one's ages away. And so is this one. Although it will be done this year. Resisto jets.
I have new information. We'll be ready for new orders soon.
I actually don't have a problem with that faction. We have learned a small alien life form is being kept as a pet. Child in the Jining region of China has befriended a small, adorable alien creature as a pet, and she and her friends kept it hidden for some time before her parents discovered it and contacted the authorities and the news media. It doesn't appear to present an obvious threat and seems to want to remain with the child. The local community has rallied around the family. I'm not in desperate need of science. I've got plenty. I'll take the boost in public opinion. How much of a boost was it? I mean, we were at 76 last
Public
time I looked,
sentiment
so...
is increasingly with us.
Peru. The Eurasian Union Brazil war against Brazil. That one should be interesting. They're gonna lose that that army. 2%. What do I want to have you do?
Investigating target.
Ready for my mission. We'll make our appeal.
Ready for orders.
Yep, get rid of the stuff in China.
We're going in.
Ready for orders. I will try to sway the public.
Offering assistance.
How is the progress coming on our ship? 24 days, and we will test it out.
We've got some intel on our target. Prepping for the next mission.
That's Which faction is that? I always forget. The Academy. You know what? I'm going to assassinate you. If you haven't gone to ground next
We're
turn
winning
anyway.
their hearts and minds.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
What we're doing is dangerous. People are going to get sick or hurt. It would be madness to pretend otherwise.
Orbital
The
hospital.
best thing we can do is ensure...
Let's see what they pick next. Extended space survival.
Target secure.
Alright, we are one cycle away from launching an attack on their ship. Eritrea has an open control point. No thanks. Are you my assassin? Yeah, you're my assassin.
I have them in my sights.
Your orders? I will tell our story.
I'm here.
Myanmar is close enough that we want to get rid of that.
Going in hot.
Where do you need me? We must persuade the people.
Lend
Alright.
me my expertise.
We are very close. Once that ship deploys, I will create a save game and we'll see if we can't blow up their ship. Still no advanced pulsar drive. Get a little more going in our unification project.
They got away.
Ah, bummer.
The people will come to our side.
The people will come to our side.
I think this is the highest I've had public opinion in the United States.
The LZ is secure.
And even with super high public opinion in both China and the US, we're still only at 22% globally, so India, we must have 0. Yep, exactly 0. Oh, did my ship just deploy? No, it did not. But it's about to. Yeah, maybe. Denmark. That is your
Ready for
job.
my mission. Securing our
which,
control.
Reporting in.
Haven't looked at a while. Cooldowns for alliances, federations, and unifications June 2031. It only has Leave Federation, though. So we can't do a unify. You're not the one I wanted to assassinate.
Heading to the LZ.
Standing by for orders. We'll make our appeal.
Maybe I
Standing
should send some
by.
people over to India and do a public campaign over there. Decent success rate without much investment.
Making our case.
Alright, and did that finish? 0 days remaining. It finished. Alright, let's save. And check this out, see how it goes. Combat autosave. I don't think I want to use that. I'll do this. Just overwrite that. I'm never going to use that one again. Alright, so let's head up to Romeo 2. Which, by the way, I haven't figured out how to rename my ships yet. There's got to be a way to do it. Romeo 2, you need to undock.
Securing our interests.
And then we need to transfer. Alright, pause. We need to transfer to Victor 6. And we need Romeo 1 to transfer to Victor 6. Wait. What's this? That's undock. Romeo 2, stop. Shoot, I can't yet. Alright, Romeo 1. Why are you taking so long to undock? Sometimes navigating the map is really hard in space.
Flight controllers, about 15 seconds to CSM hack.
Alright, transfer. Victor 6, go. And when they get there, we'll merge them, and then we'll attack. I think I did this wrong, but I guess we'll find out.
Offering counsel.
Let me go back down to 2. Yeah, I did this wrong. I should have merged my fleets first. But that's why we have a save game. Let's do accept. Where are you, Romeo 1? Coming at me. Alright, merge fleets. Did I just crash the game? I just crashed the game. Apparently it does not like it when you do that. All right, well, let's try this again before we move over to engage. This time I'll merge my fleet. Merge the fleet first and then move over. Oh, interesting. So combat autosave is what it does right before you get to that screen. I get why, but these load-in screens are really long. All right, let's try this again. So we are going to Romeo 1. We are going to say merge fleets.
Securing our control.
All right, now we have a single fleet, 2 ships. What's that button do? Now we need to undock it and move it in. Get rid of these things for the moment. Romeo 1, undock. Did I say undock? I did, right? Okay, so the view, I need to figure out how to rotate properly here too. Come on, give me transfer. Whee!
Lend him my expertise.
Alright, there it is. Alright, here we go. Victor 6. I don't see the enemy fleet yet. Enemy ship. Transfers March 1st, so I should arrive today, right? I think that's what it's telling me. Oh, that's how you rename it right there.
Roger, the burn was on time. The residuals before knowing, minus 0.1.
Doesn't look like they've moved.
Minus 0.1. X and Z null to 0. Eagle hit.
Alright, here we go. We will engage. We will do loose. Convoy seems fine. Start battle. Oh, it does have an auto-resolve button. I just noticed that. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, you're my big ship. You're my crappy little first ship that I made. Nobody's released any missiles yet. Let's speed this up a little. Oh, I fired a missile. I fired 2 missiles. Where'd they go? There they are. Pew pew! Pew pew pew! Damn the torpedoes! Looks like is he firing countermeasures? I can't tell if those are countermeasures or if he's actually firing at me. Nope, he blew up a missile. Those look like lasers. Oh, he blew up another missile. Oh man, he's taking out all my missiles. Boom, 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 boom. How much damage is he doing? His energy weapons don't seem to be hurting me too badly. Blow him up! Something got through. I missed it. Is there a replay button? I want to see it. Uh-oh, he blew my ship up, though. We still won. Now the other question is, can I recover the debris without having like a recovery ship of some sort? Yeah, it worked. Salvaged alien spacecraft. So, technically we won, and my crappy ship survived. Why did I get two of the same message? That's weird. So now we need to research the alien technology now that we've recovered it. Okay. We also recovered a corpse. That's interesting. Griffins. As different from them as we humans are from dragonflies. So thin and hollow are its bones that it seems unlikely it even originated from the same planet as the other aliens. Most probably it hails from a far lower gravity environment, which would also explain how rarely this particular species has been sighted on Earth. Interesting. And we got 500 influence, which, you know, we're desperately in need of influence. Good lord. Alright, so I need to take the Leander. We recovered the following in salvage. Oh, hey, that's not nothing. Alright, fleet. Transfer. The Griffin Autopsy Project. Enemies suffer -3 to seize space asset missions against us. I want you to go to my space station. Where is my space station? Not tie-in station, Havelock Station. That's where you need to go. Alright, it worked. Probably could have gone better, but I'll take that as a success. Denmark, Cuba, Cuba. Is Denmark really unprotected? Or is that just an old message from the load? That's an old message. What about Cuba? Same, old message. Okay, now you need to dock and repair. Oh, you are docked. Repair. Resupply. Holy cow, that is a lot of stuff. And then, of course, we need to rebuild another ship construction. Defense class. Add to queue. Alright, we've got some experience in combat now. I'm not sure I really learned anything, but I'll probably need 3 ships to take that on. Maybe 4. Broadcast outlet. All right, it's refueled and ready to go. So that's another thing you've got to manage, is you got to make sure that your ships are supplied and fueled before they go anywhere. All right, I think that's a good stopping point for today. Got to see a little bit of combat and how it worked. Starting to get the hang of it a little bit, I think. It's such a fascinating game, really is. Probably going to return to some Total War for a little while, but I will definitely be returning to this. It's a super fun game. As always, appreciate everybody who stopped by to take a look today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. If you're just stopping by for the first time, stumbled across the channel, do please hit the subscribe button for me. It does help grow the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Thanks, chat, as always. Love you guys, and we'll see you back here for the next episode.